Okay, so today I'm going to show you how we screen board minutes of higher education institutions to find basically signals that they're interested in the solution that we're selling. So this is work for a company that's a higher ed bookstore services and digital content aggregator. So we want to screen their board minutes for anything that's associated with bookstores, high cost learning materials, problems they're having getting content to students. And we want to do that at scale because there's 4,000 of these colleges or 2,500 publics. So how can we repeatedly and quickly check through those board minutes to find buying signals? Well, super easy within Clay. The way I do it is I have this little prompt here. Let's take a look at it. For the college with the URL, that's just the URL of the school that I've cleaned up. Check the board minutes and strategic plans for key information on the bookstore, course materials, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this is what we're then looking for it to return: the specific board minutes, the summary, and of course the source URL. We want to know where this is coming from. To do this, we will use Claygent. I use API keys, way cheaper than using Clay credits. And then we run that through, use 4.0 mini, it's 10 times cheaper than 4.0. The results can be broadly similar. Well, looks like we got an error there and some still running, but let's take a look. So this one, the University of Maine, and we can see here, so off this prompt, God, I hope that it loads now. Let's do this one. So Seminole State School in Florida, no recent board minutes on the bookstore. Okay, fine. This one here, the bookstore services join. Not really any clear buying signal, and these notifications here are helpful for that. But if we were to take this one, for example, Villanova, discussion of textbook program feedback as Follett's contract is about to expire. So Follett is a vendor in the space and their contract is about to expire. Which board minutes are this from? So they're linked here. You won't see, but you can see here 11/25/11. So that's going to be November of 2024, the 25th of November. Otherwise, it's not going to make any sense. Yeah, you can see it here. Discussion on the textbook feedbacks. So what we now know is that we have a school who has a bookstore contract that's coming up for expiry, and there is expectations that there will be a new vendor. So we now go from having an ocean of 2,500 schools, whatever, to very specifically one that has recently had a board meeting saying that they're looking for a new bookstore services provider, and we also know who they're currently using. There's other ways to pick that up. But point is, these are hyper useful signals where you can take what is effectively quite a big market, boil it down, and then use that for hyper effective outbound. Where I'm doing something super specific like this, it's really high value. I then don't push that into an automated sequence. I would send that to an AE, an SDR, if you're doing it yourself, whatever. Get a human, pick up the phone and connect that lead. That is hyper useful, hyper information, and you can use this approach with any public institution or public entity. For example, any company with publicly listed stocks that's publishing board minutes, reports, etc. So this is how you can do it using Clay, and all it's going to cost you to run on each cell is basically free. So that's how you do it.